Now, it's become a major problem at schools across Australia and the world, but how would your child react if they were confronted by bullies?
Well, a group of American parents have taken part in an experiment using hidden cameras, some young actors, and their own unsuspecting kids. NBC reporter Kate Snow sat with the mums and dads as they watched what happened next. It's fascinating.
When you're bullied, you feel worthless.
The stories are heartbreaking.
I've been called names like ugly or stupid.
Kids taunted and teased.
Fag, queer.
Afraid to go to school.
I'm always scared of what's going to happen next day if I might get beat up.
Bullying has been called a national epidemic that affects 3 million kids a year.
You're acting like a loser.
So we're turning our hidden cameras on bullying. We've rented a school gymnasium, rigged it with hidden cameras, and invited several groups of teens for what they think is a news story about sports.
Hi, I'm George. I'm Sawyer. I'm Isaiah.
They don't know the bullies and the victim are actors we hired, or that their moms are watching down the hall. Isaiah's mom thinks he'll stand up to the bullies. Is she right?
All right, none of that princess stuff, all right? Yo, you don't gotta do like a girl, man.
Ignore him, please.
The actor bullies get aggressive, and as Isaiah's mom predicted, he's not going to stand by and do nothing.
Sorry, I dropped it. Try again.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
No, not up there. Not up there.
He just separated them. Isaiah just put himself between them. That's making me proud.
All right, watch.
Of all the boys we watched, Isaiah was the only one who stepped between the victim and the attacker.
Stop. He's not even trying. Stop.
Then I tell them what's really going on.
Were you feeling like you were in control then, or what?
I felt I had no control whatsoever. But I was going to do something anyway.
Proving when kids find their voice, it can make a difference.
Wow, well, bullying is on the rise here in Australia. In 2001, 1 in 6 Aussie kids were picked on. By 2009, that figure had jumped to 1 in 4.
So how do we get on top of this issue? Sunrise psychologist Michael Carr-Gregg is with the National Centre Against Bullying. Good morning to you. Good to see you in person. That was fascinating, wasn't it? What do we take out of that as parents? Should we be talking to our kids about how they should get involved to protect a victim from bullies?
Koshi, not only talk, we should role play it. We should role play it way before they even start school.
Just like they did.
Absolutely. What you just saw was an experiment in bystander apathy, the oldest experiment in the book. It's the strongest effect in social psychology. So we could run that same experiment here in Australia and we'd see exactly the same thing. The number of people who intervene are inversely proportional to the number of bystanders. So the more people, the less likely it would have been that Isaiah would have intervened. But what we're seeing in schools at the moment is lots of kids standing around, seeing it online, and doing absolutely nothing.
But wouldn't it be fair to say those kids watching would be scared that if they got involved, they would then be the target of those bullies? Just like as an adult, if you see something happening, you're a little reluctant to get involved in case you become the target.
Of course, and what we say to kids is it's how you intervene that matters. And we've got a couple of phrases that we've put up which basically tell you the sorts of things we want you to say to your children.
Such as?
So one of the most common ones we use at the National Centre Against Bullying is, that's not how we treat one another at this school. And I think that's a very powerful one. How about coming with me is a great one because it's physically moving the victim away. And for online bullying, I saw what happened to you and I didn't think that was fair. What our online victims are telling us is they don't want help at the time, they want support afterwards.
That is just fascinating. It's an area we haven't covered before, but it's worth the whole role play, the sitting down and chatting, and with kids, you know, don't be afraid, use these phrases, get them prepared, because the more people that stand up to the bullies, the more in fear they're going to be.
Yeah, and
they're going to back down.
This is saying to kids that bullying is never okay. It's not okay to just sit there, because that's basically saying that's an okay thing to do. But we don't want your kids jumping and getting themselves hurt. If it's a violent confrontation, go see an adult.
Yeah.
Right.
Great to see you as always, Michael.
Lovely, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And we'll put all the information. If you go to our website, there's a link to a great anti-bullying ad also from Canada. It's worth sitting down with your kids to watch it, and it would be great if we could see something similar here.